Catch them in the pasture, run them in the pen, work them on the Sundays, do it all again. Race them in the sand, buck them in the mud, drip a cowboy's sweat, bleed a cowboy's blood.
All right, here we are. Everybody everywhere is right here for you guys. Coming to you today from One-Eyed Joe Media, One-Eyed Joe Studios, right here, Deep Ellum, Texas. Here we are, like we are every time, with some stuff. We got stuff. We always got stuff for you guys. So we're going to tell you some stuff. Lots of it. You might like it, you might not, but hey, you know what? You heard it, so that's where you heard it at. We got a lot of stuff going on today. We got some folks in here. As you always know, you got Wild Bill Tex Travis sitting over there.
Howdy. I'm here.
He's doing something. And from our Texas Bronc Riders Association, we got Daryl McElroy here.
Yeah, howdy.
There he is. Look at him. He's here. I'm here. We're all here. We're going to tell you about some stuff. Here's what we got today, guys. We got a lot of things in store. And if you don't know, now you know. You are tuned in to the number one on-demand show for One-Eyed Joe Media, Deep Ellum Studios. So for the month of December, we are numero uno, as they say. So that's always good to be on top. You don't want to be on bottom, do you?
I don't know comment.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know why I'm laughing.
All right.
I think we got a story to tell.
We've got a lot of stories.
If you got a story to tell about that, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Here's what we got. We got some stuff. This is what we got here. We got stories, as always. We got some good music videos today for you, too. A lot of folks have submitted their videos for us, so we're going to get into those here in a little bit. The stories we got some stolen stuff. Some stuff got stolen. As always, we always have stuff that is stolen. We are going to get into, we didn't get to it last time, the game warden field notes. We are going to dive into those today and tell you about that. And the winter storms that killed some cattle last month here in December, we tried to get to it before. We're going to get to it today. And if you've got the friend, everybody's got that friend that has everything. They got everything. You can't shop for them. You can't buy them anything because they already got it. Well, we got a solution. There is a private island in the UK you can buy. We'll tell you about that. It's a good deal too. It's a pretty good deal. We'll dive into that as well. Now at the Waffle House, I don't know what's going on with the Waffle House. I think Tex Travis, did you eat some waffles today or pancakes?
I ate pancake this morning.
Pancakes at the Waffle House? Or
not at the Waffle House. I ate at a Chinese restaurant.
Pancake? What?
The pancake house, when you walked in, you look like a Chinese restaurant. But they make good pancake. And eggs, bacon.
What?
I don't know.
You're hoping it was eggs and bacon.
Yeah. Why didn't you know cat running around out back? I don't know.
You never. All right. Now what about the carrots? Did you eat carrots?
I ain't had no carrots.
We're going to tell you about some carrots. Not your average border carrots. On the border, I watched a great show on TV a while back about borderlands and the border stuff going on and all that stuff. And we're going to tell you about some carrots they found at the border. There's some produce carrots. Tell you about that. Somebody is not happy that they did not win the Powerball. So we're going to tell you about that. They decided since they didn't win, they were going to GoFundMe since they didn't win the Powerball. So we'll tell you all about that. And if you don't know, American Pharaoh unanimously won Horse of the Year. So how about that? And the American's coming up faster than you know, and the only place in the U.S. of A. you can win tickets to the American right now is going to be here. So if you want to win tickets to the American, you want to go to AT&T Stadium and watch some great rodeo action for free, with free tickets.
So just call it.
Now parking, I don't know about that, but if you want tickets, come watch. That's what's going to happen, and we'll dive into that.
Well, if they win ticket, I can take them there. They can go on a date with me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So when Billy Bob wins his tickets, you're going to take him on a date?
Oh, maybe. Okay, depends who it is.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, not judging at all. Right over here. I'm cool. Not judging at all.
When you put that option on the table, if you win a ticket, you have an option to go with Tech on a date.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. I mean, I want to head on either.
you put it out there anyway.
I always put it out there.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to dive off in and we're going to get into this and find out about the Texas Bronc Riders Association right after this great tune right here from Karianne Jean.
The wind smells the same. It blows me back to who I used to be. A little wide-eyed girl, wondering if there's a life past Highway 14. It's just a place, they say. It ain't as bad as you think it could be. A little desert town filled with the pain that strengthened me. Where I earned my war scars, how to grow wings with a heavy heart. The good and the bad, it's all there. Makes me sad to think all that I wanted was to leave. There's more to life than you think. In between cactus and tumbleweeds, feels like nothing's changed. That sandy wind can stop the world from turning. The people, they don't stray in the quicksand, they just let their feet sink. It's just a place, they say. It ain't as bad as you think it could be. A little desert town filled with the pain that strengthened me. Where I earned my war scars, how to grow wings with a heavy heart. The good and the bad, it's all there. Makes me sad to think all that I wanted was to leave. There's more to life than you think. In between cactus and tumbleweeds, sneaking out for a tailgate dream. First kisses on the hilltop scene. Aqueducts and dusty tires.
I'm Maurice.
Praying to a sea of stars that you'll find your ticket to be free. There's more to life than you can see. Where I earned my war scars, how to grow wings with a heavy heart. The good and the bad, it's all there. Makes me sad to think all that I wanted was to leave. There's more to life than you think. In between cactus and tumbleweeds.
All right. How did you enjoy that? From Karianne Jean. Check her out, KarianneJean.com. She's got a lot of great music out there for you guys. Check it out. Look around. She's on Reverb Nation. She's on iTunes. She is on the internet, and she's got some good stuff. So enjoy it.
That you do.
Yeah.
Good music, I mean.
Yeah. Tex Travis said that. We're going to tell you about the Texas Bronc Riders Association. Right here, Derek McElroy's right here. He's going to tell you all about it. What do we need to know?
Well, I tell you what, Texas Bronc Riders is not your typical rodeo association. We got up with a few different partners. We've joined with the CPRA, the UPRA, and Texas, I guess, the stockyards there in Fort Worth. And we got a couple more I can't just say just yet. They're fixing to jump on board. Each association is going to hold 10 co-sanctioned rodeos. Now, the average, I guess the top 15 are going to come back into a finals here in Denton, Texas in October. It's going to be really great. All the money generated off this, though, goes to scholarships. So everything on here is nonprofit, which works out really good because, you know, our youth, we need to really take care of our youth and help them get scholarships and get through school and stuff. Also, this is going to help to pay for 4 bronc riding schools this year from Ace High Bronc Riding Academy and Survey Rodeo. That's who we've teamed up with. We're going to probably do 2 shows this year in the Fort Worth area. We're going to do one in San Antonio and one down in Houston.
All right. So if somebody's trying to member up or get in this deal or come watch, how do they do that?
Simple. You can go ahead and go on the website. You can go to our Facebook page, TexasBroncRiders.com, or our website, Texas Bronc Riders. You can find it on there pretty easy, TX Bronc Riders. Or you can go ahead and call. If you get on our Facebook page, you can look up the number and you can call and talk to our wonderful Vice President of Sponsorships, and she also kind of wears 2 hats. She works as a secretary also there, Michelle Farley. She'll take your information, get you squared away. All the entry fees, they still run through their typical association. So if you luck out, you can enter up in a TBRA co-sanctioned event. You just enter up how you normally enter up that rodeo, and everything's taken care of.
Okay. Well, that sounds easy enough.
Really simple.
Simple. Very simple. Get on there and go to the Facebook, and they're everywhere. They're on, you're on what, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Internet?
We're on so many different things, and I guess I'm just old school because I'm just learning how to use Facebook. But they tell me we got an Instagram page, I guess, and Facebook page, and I don't know. I'm sure one of these days we'll have a Pinterest page or something. And
That's what I tell people nowadays. Like, look, it's on the interweb net. If you can't find it, that's your own fault because it's on there and it's easy. It's so easy to find stuff. I mean, you can just start typing it in and the computer tells you what you're looking for.
Oh, yeah, it definitely does.
Google is your friend.
Yeah.
Is it your friend?
Yeah.
Google it. That's one of my favorite sayings. Just Google it.
Google it.
Google it. Yeah, look it up. Well, say I say Google it. I just say look it up because when I'm rambling them off stuff that could be correct or not, I just say look it up. Because I'm not here for to be a statistician. Look it up. Google it. Do your own research. That's what I tell people. I went to Sam Houston State University, I guess, a couple of months ago, and I was talking to the kids down there, and that's what I told them. I said, look stuff up. Do some research because all these people on the internet, they see one of these posts go by, whatever it is, and they just share it and pass it around. And this could be wrong, and it's terrible information, but they just see it. Well, my friend liked it, so I liked it too. And I told them, look, do some research. Look this stuff up because, you're making yourself look like an idiot.
Does that go back to that simple math?
Yeah.
$1.5 billion divided by 300 million is everybody gets $5.33 million.
Yeah.
In poverty.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, that's what they do. So the Texas Bronc Riders Association is going to put on. So you at the stockyard you got your inaugural event coming up.
Yeah, this Friday and Saturday, matter of fact, and it's a special thing because it's our kickoff. It's the first ever we're having special back tags made. Shout out to the company. Now, of course, I'm on the spot. And I can't remember the people who made our back tags for us, but they're over here in Dallas. They're a pretty nice group of guys.
I did see them on the internet. Does that count?
Yes, it is. Google it.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it right now.
They did a heck of a job for us. And then the stockyards, we teamed up with the stockyards, the Cowboy Hall of Fame, and the Historic District down there. We're having $1,000 bonus bucking cash in each event on the rough stock side. So bareback, saddle bronco, ranch bronco riding, it's $1,000. Just walk away, get a nice old fat check. Thanks to the people down over at B&B Signs, they managed these huge checks that we're giving away. And you think about it, $1,000 bonus cash just for winning a bronc riding is pretty darn good.
That's good.
And we're going to be doing that for 10 weeks. So for we have 10 events coming up at the stockyards once a month. and we're going to have this bonus cash in each event. So we're giving away about $3,000 a weekend.
And that's good, but all I want to ask is, it was custom chenille. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Okay, that's
They're the ones that do Cheyenne. I think they do the NFR back tags. They do a bunch of the big rodeos, and they're local. They're here. So if you're in the DFW area, they're great people to look at.
All I'm asking is that if you're giving away this prize money and you're giving them big checks, can you give them a little one too? Because I tried to take a big check to the bank one time, and they looked at me funny, and they said it didn't fit in the machine.
Right. Well, they can't Happy Gilmore it. I guess.
I tried. But they looked at me and said, you know what? That don't fit in the machine. You need a check. So
Shrink it down a little
make
bit.
sure you give them both.
I'll get with accounting, see if we can get it shrunk down. But the added money and stuff, that's great on the cowboy side. Bronc riding, it's a dying event. Bull riders are dime a dozen. I hate to say it that way, and I have a lot of friends, and I can't really say much because bull riding gave me a good living for a long time.
I got to correct you because you misspoke here. You said bull riding.
Yes, I did.
We're in the era of bull getter owners. They ain't bull riders. They're bull getter owners.
When,
Come on,
no, I tell
technical.
you. So I retired fighting bulls last year, and I had the honor to fight a memorial bull ride in Roswell, New Mexico, for two really great cowboys that passed away. And it was a ABBI Donnie Gay bull riding. And I think out of a little over 100 bull riders, I want to say 6 bull riders rode.
That's about right.
Now, where were these bulls at 15 years ago? Because they could have made my career last a lot longer.
Yeah.
But it's just bull riding. It is. It's a stall contractor sport now.
Yeah.
Bulls are ranked, and give it to them. I appreciate it. It's genetics. They've got a lot of money into it, and I can understand it. And they got cowboys that can actually ride them bulls. If you go to the PBR and CBR, you see them bulls bucking. It's great. But the crowd, they actually want to see. They want to see some excitement, and they want to see more than 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, you want to see it. You want to see a good ride.
And that's where bronc riding comes in, because
Yeah.
bronc riding's still there. They still have the challenge. They still make the good rides. And it's the classic event. If you think about it, that is the first event in rodeo, saddle bronc riding. Yeah. And we want to preserve that. And the only way you can preserve that is you got to have newer kids coming into the event every year. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to keep it alive and keep it going. And that's where Survey Rodeo and Ace High Rushdoll Academy comes in. They put on these awesome 3-day rodeo schools. I mean, bareback saddle bronc riding schools, and they do minis also.
Yeah.
And it's for free. And not only it being for free, you're guaranteed to have at least 3 NFR contestants there teaching. And most of the time a world champion. So you'll have Wade Sundell, you'll have Taos Muncie, you'll have all these big dogs down there for 3 days at your disposal to learn how to ride bucking horses the way you need to ride.
Yeah.
And not by some guy that won a buckle at a rodeo that had 3 guys interrupt, and he's the only one that made it to the whistle.
Yeah.
So
and that happens too.
So, and it's really great, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help these kids in the future, and you got to help them out. You got to point them in the right direction. And a lot of kids can't afford to go to these bronc riding schools that are $400 or $500 for 3 days. To go to a good bronc riding school, it costs you about $1,000. Time you put fuel, food, hotel, fees and all that stuff. That's $1,000. And a lot of people don't have $1,000 to throw around.
Right.
But with us doing this, the only thing they have to pay most of the time is dinner, because we're going to cover breakfast, we're going to cover lunch for them, we might even cover dinner, and the school's for free. And you're probably going to get a better instructor teaching you, or instructors, I should say, unless you're going to, like Larry Mahan School, or you're going to go to Monty Henson School.
Right.
So,
but that comes to something else that I've said before about the schools and things is not all, if I can say this right, not all world champions are great teachers, and not all great teachers are world champions. So that's something people have to think about too, that you may not have, you may have some guy that's got 4 or 5 world championships, but when it comes down to teaching you, how to do it, they might not be as great a teacher. So, I mean, you can learn from, you might have a great school or a great learning experience from a guy that maybe he qualified for the NFR 4 or 5 times, but he knows, the fundamentals, and he knows the mechanics, and he can teach. So you got to give and take, because I see it a lot of times on the bullfighting sites that people want to go. They want to go to the Rob Smith School or to the they'll talk about the Rob Smith school or the Frank school or whatever, and they go back and forth, and it's just one of them deals where, sometimes you'll find some good teachers that they can teach these things, and it just, you never know.
No, and true, and there's a different fit.
Yeah.
Everybody has a different riding style.
Right.
Definitely different riding style, and that's the good thing about having multiple instructors that can go every direction. You got 2 or 3 saddle bronc riders, 2 or 3 bareback riders, because everybody has a different style, and that's just plain given. There's
Right.
guys who literally ride different and teaching styles.
And everybody learns differently too.
Yeah.
Some people are faster learning than most.
Oh yeah, and that's a good thing about you got 3 days.
Yeah.
In 3 days, you get a chance to absorb that, and they take you at your speed.
Right, and I'm pretty sure after the first day, the evaluations, which students, can, pick it up faster than others. You can work, special with this one or that one, and by the third day, I mean, everybody's on the same, level playing field and learning.
Right, and the good thing is, if they don't catch it all in them 3 days, all they're out is maybe hotel rooms.
Right.
Where they're not out $1,000+.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be another one that's going to be free. It might have to travel a little bit further, it might be closer, but
Right.
guess what? You're more than welcome to come to the next school.
That's right. You get out there and learn something.
And then once you get, they get that education and they like to ride broncs and they're making a living at it. The thing is, there is a living after rodeoing.
Yeah.
We've all come to that conclusion. It's great when you're making a living on the rodeo road, but
Right.
eventually you're going to have to get a real job unless you're a Trevor or a Tough or one of those guys, and
Right.
and then you can spin it around at something else. So we're trying to give the education to them also.
Yeah.
So through the scholarships, when we're working with the Texas High School Rodeo Association, we're also working with Region 3 Texas High School Rodeo Association, and we're going to be giving some scholarships away this year too. And these are just for bronc riders. They're not going to be calf ropers and all that stuff that actually
Yeah.
can afford a scholarship anyways. These are going to be kids that need them. And we don't care where they go to school at. I don't care if they're an A&M student or if they're going down to the welding school.
Right.
As long as they get an education, we're going to pay for it.
Okay. And that always works. It works out good. What else works out good is we're going to throw some more noise at you right quick, and then throw another tune at you, and see how you like it. When we come back, we're going to talk to Kyle McEntire and see why you should vote for him for the American exemption.
You ain't much on crowds, but you're at home in a herd. You love the feel of good leather and the jingle in them spurs. And there are days that you wonder why you do what you do. But it's a torch that you were handed, not just the lifestyle that you choose. Hot and tired and dusty and cold to the bone, through the wind and rain and lightning, through the blowing snow. Sit tall in that saddle, yippee-ti-yay. You were born to carry on, so carry on the cowboy way. Well, in the morning you'll cuss and swear you're getting old. But when you saddle up and leave that barn, You'll be riding that new colt. You don't trade stock on Wall Street. That ain't where you invest. You know your treasure lies over that next rise. Just keep on riding west. Hot and tired and dusty and cold to the bone. Through the wind and rain and lightning, through the blowing snow. Sit tall in that saddle, yippee-ki-yay. You were born to carry on, so carry on the cowboy way. You were born to carry on, so carry on the cowboy way.
All right, how about that? Did you enjoy some? Good cowboy music right there by Paul Bogart, the Cowboy Way. That's what he's talking about for you. That's what is going on. Good stuff. We play good stuff on here. You know, we have a lot of folks that make noise with their musical instruments, and they want to get it out there. So we tell them, hey, you know what? That's what I tell them. If it's good, then we'll play it. And with that, we did tell you we were going to talk to someone on their way to make it here to AT&T Stadium. And that is Mr. Kyle McEntire. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. What are you up to today?
Well, currently I am bartending. I bartended a little bar on Monday night, so we're all tuning in right now.
Well, that's good. That's good stuff. Tell them to like it, because they like us to watch us. They like to make fun of us.
Exactly.
But they like to watch us, so that's what happens. So bartending and barrel racing is your expertise. What else did you do? Did you do any other rodeo sports, any calf roping or anything like that, or just strictly barrel?
I can team rope.
Okay.
I can heel. I do it a little bit here and there, not very often. I just mostly focus on the futurity colts.
Okay. All right. So do you train a lot of colts, or?
I do. I try to have a couple in at the barn every now and then. I sell a lot, so I don't get to compete most of the time because I get them sold. So,
all right.
You know, it's just one of those things. It's a business for me.
All right. So you do a lot of training. What all circuits do you compete on?
Say that again.
What all circuits do you compete your barrel horses on?
Just mainly the fraternities, and I try and travel a little bit to where there's the most money added. You know, because the boys don't really get to rodeo, so I just go where there's money added.
All right.
So I travel a little bit from Idaho to Wyoming, Arizona, Colorado.
Okay. All right. Well, that works for you. So what happened? What transpired to get the folks to say, you know what, we want Kyle with the American?
Oh my gosh. To be honest with you, it kind of threw a curveball at me. I wasn't even expecting it. I wasn't even really waiting and watching it, and out of nowhere I got a phone call from RFD, and they said, send us a couple pictures. You're in the running for the fan favorite. And to be honest with you, it just shocked me. So it's kind of all surreal to me. I wasn't even planning this to happen.
Well, you made the top 10, so that's something. I mean, you definitely got some fans out there that want to see you run at the American.
Yeah, it's really eye-opening and very humbling, to be honest with you. I feel blessed, honestly.
Well, I tell you, we'd like to see you run there. You know, we talked to the guy, one of the guys last year, year before last, that was in the semifinals, and try to get in there to the American. I think I'd like to see you run in there and show them girls how to run them barrels.
Oh, it would be a lot of fun. I've got the horsepower to do it, and mostly that's probably my biggest push right there, is because my horse is he's gone through the ringer, and he deserves to go to something like this at this caliber.
I think so. I mean, it's a great event. I mean, it's a big 1-day show, and it's they got it's the best of the best getting after it. And I think that's what they need.
I agree. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and it should be. I mean, it's been the longest January of my life. I can't wait to find out to see where the votes land.
Well, we're going to send them your way. We're going to tell them, get after it. Get on the votes and get Kyle McEntire sent to the American. I know Amber's trying to do it again. She was there last year. Come on, we need some new fresh faces in there.
Mm-hmm. New blood.
Yeah.
She's amazing, and to be honest with you, anybody on that list deserves to be there. Jill Welsh, I mean, she pretty much got robbed of the finals last year by some bad ground, and her horse got hurt, and she handled it so amazing. So, I mean, I believe anybody in that top 10 deserves to be there. But to be honest with you, I would really like it to be me, just because I would love to be there.
Well, of course, yeah. You want to get in there and run for that $1 million. How good would that be to get in there and run for that $1 million?
Oh my gosh, it would be. Oh, I don't even know if I have words for it. I mean, who doesn't want $1 million?
We all do, don't we?
Yeah.
Exactly. It opened a lot of doors up.
Right. That's the big check you want to take home.
Exactly.
Kyle, let me ask you a question there.
Go ahead.
What do you think about running with 100,000 people watching you?
I've never done it, so it will be a lot of fun. But it will be just another barrel race. There's 3 barrels, you turn them, and you got to be the fastest one. So, I'm not too worried about it, to be honest with you. You're
one of those that once you get in the arena and you get started, you just got to tune everything out and just go do what you do.
Oh, yeah, it's business time. So you just kind of focus and get it done. You can't really worry about what's surrounding you.
That's right. So all right, let's break this down and let's find out about Kyle here now. When you're sitting around the house watching TV, what's one of your guilty pleasure TV shows that you watch?
To be 100% honest, I am addicted to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And the Kardashians.
I was going to call that one.
You was?
Yeah, because my wife got me stuck on those also.
What's the difference? What's the difference between the Atlanta and the Beverly Hills? Because I know there's 2. So is Atlanta not that good?
I'd say class separates the 2. I mean, the Atlanta, they can be pretty rank, and
oh yeah,
Beverly Hills, they're pretty classy.
Oh yeah, all right, that works. So that works for you. So so what do you got lined up? You got any big shows coming up? Any big events that you're going to hit while you're waiting to find out about this voting?
No, I'm just really keeping my horse lighted up. I live in northern Utah, so we've got close to 60 inches of snow. So I've just been long trots in the field, chasing the elk. Like, no lie. Like, we've got a herd of elk in the backyard, and we've just been riding and keeping him lighted up.
All right, well, that sounds like a plan. Well, I tell you what, Kyle, I really appreciate you visiting with us and letting the folks know a little bit about you and see if we can't send some votes your way.
You are the best. I appreciate you having me.
All right, thank you, sir. We'll see you down the road.
Hey, have a great day.
Thank you. That right there is Kyle McEntire. Get out there and vote and get him lined up to run at the American and get after it and show them girls how to do it. And so what we're going to do right quick, we got some more noise for you. We're going to throw some noise out here, see what's going on with the noise. We'll come back and throw some good random stuff at you.
There's a want and there's a need. There's a history between girls like her and guys like me. cowboys and angels. I've got boots and she's got wings. I'm hell on wheels and she's heavenly. I'd die for her and she lives for me. Cowboys and angels. We ride side by side. The cloud of dust, a ray of light. My touch is her temptation. Her kiss is my salvation. She's sweet, I'm wild for dangerous. Cowboys and angels. Not sure why her path crossed mine. Accident or grand design. Oh, maybe God just kinda lied. Cowboys and angels. We ride side by side. The cloud of dust, a ray of light. My touch is her temptation. Her kiss is my salvation. She's sweet, I'm wild for dangerous. Cowboys and angels. There's a want and there's a need. There's a history between girls like you and guys like me. Cowboys and angels. Cowboys and angels.
All right. How about that? Another great tune for you right there. Dustin Lynch, Cowboys and Angels. If you don't like that, then Tex don't like you.
Yeah, I like everybody. I don't care who you
Yeah,
are.
we know.
I don't care who you are and what you do.
What's going on at the Waffle House? Mr. Pancake Eat, here you go. What do you got? Tell us a story.
Oh, I got.
Read that. Tell me something.
Surprise me.
Now, let's go. Read something. Tell me about it.
Now I gotta read this, impromptu.
Well, impromptu it. Let's go. Get
What's
after
going
it.
on at the Waffle House restaurant? Fuck y'all.
All right. What's going on?
2 Arkansas Waffle House employees were fired after a video of them using kitchen equipment to fit their hair.
They're fixing their hair with kitchen utensils.
I hope they didn't do that in my pancake house this morning. Now a Georgia woman is facing several charges after going on a rampage at a Waffle House restaurant.
What?
All were completely naked.
Whoa, what?
I didn't.
It's Georgia. I don't know about Georgia.
This didn't happen in Dallas this morning at the pancake house.
It happened. What? It happened at your pancake
It
house.
did not happen.
Oh. I was like, you might have been on Harry Hines to get your pancakes. If that happened.
According to the police, the women identified. I wonder who identified her. When she flipped off, she identified at the Waffle House January 8th when she flipped off her food. Apparently, that's not the first time.
So they didn't identify her till she get through her clothes down or what?
Yeah, punched a woman in the face and then threw a plate at the window. I guess you didn't like a waffle.
They weren't Mickey Mouse waffles.
And if you ordered food, you have a platter paper at the restaurant.
She stole stuff. She was upset.
Trying to start a food fight, maybe.
She was upset.
When the police tried to do her, she fought back.
I bet she.
Don't mess with a woman with food.
With a naked woman throwing food. What?
Yeah, that too.
That's terrible. She going in trouble.
See, if it was donuts, they wouldn't have that issue.
Somebody commented and said, "Now y'all were having an intelligent conversation a while ago." We always have intelligent conversations. I got an intelligent conversation right here. Tennessee.
I lived in Tennessee.
Yeah,
at
you
one
did.
time.
What'd you do in Tennessee when you lived there?
I went to college in Nashville.
All right. Music college?
Yeah, I found it to be a band. It didn't work out too well.
A picking and grinner?
They told me I couldn't sing.
You did more grinning than picking?
Yeah.
That happens. All right, here we go. Tennessee. A Tennessee woman shocked people across the interweb net with her most recent GoFundMe campaign. Her name is Cinnamon Nicole. From Tennessee. She raised $800 in 7 hours after posting a GoFundMe campaign to reimburse her after buying Powerball tickets.
She did not win the 1.5 million jackpot.
Evidently not, or she wouldn't have a GoFundMe, would she?
She was in dire need of cash.
She was. She stated that she only spent the money with the assumption that she was going to win the $1.5 billion jackpot. So now she's broke.
I guess you didn't win anything.
Evidently not.
Hey, I won $12.
I didn't get anything.
Pretty good return off of 20.
Now she was really surprised to learn that the winning numbers were sold in California, Tennessee, and Florida. So she saw Tennessee. She thought that was her. But yeah, that was not her. And
So please, won't you help a family in need?
yeah,
Donate now.
crowdsourcing shut that down right quick when they figured out what was going on and it made the news. I was like, you know what, you can't. That's not what GoFundMe's for. You know.
But it had been up there for a while for him to get $800.
That's $800. I wonder, did she get that $800? Did she get to cash that in before they shut it down?
I don't know. I wonder how they would do that.
I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do one. Just try it out.
Bucked off cowboy fund. There
Yeah,
we go.
there you go.
GoFundMe. I got
Yeah.
bucked off in Odessa. I need to make gas money to.
That's
work.
right. I need gas. I need some gas. Now, we talked about this a while ago. I'll jump into this right quick before we jump on some carrots at the border. But for your friends that have it all, you can't buy anything for them. You know, they've got everything, so they're hard to buy for. Well, here you go. For only 140,000 pounds, which in American money, double that. I said, why are you talking about pounds? Well, because we're worldwide. We got a big following over in the UK. Well, here's what's going on. For 140,000 pounds, caves, beaches, and even your own runs, the private island that costs less than a UK home. But here's the catch. You can only get to it in good weather.
So I can buy an island that I can only get to when it's shining.
Well, if you just stay there, that's if you want to go back and forth. If you just stay there, I mean, just stay on your own island, right? All right. This lush green private island is on the market for less than the average price of a UK home. I'm probably going to say it wrong. I'm going to try it anyway. In the Shiduni Island, off the northwest of Northern Ireland. Okay. It's part of a string of 4 islands that boast 94 acres of uninhabited island.
Well, that sounds like a good deal if nobody ever been there.
There's no buildings on the island, and it's only accessible by boat or helicopter when weather's good. The island's currently on sale with a guide price of 140 pounds that is cheaper than the house. So it's got some old runs on there. I looked at pictures of it. It's pretty neat looking.
Well, I guess somebody has been there.
Well, it looked like an old castle or something was there. And that's what it looks like. So if you're looking for your island, that's what you got. And somebody else is looking for their own private island to take pictures on. That's Terry Good.
I wonder how many head of cattle you can run on that land if you can get cattle over there.
Would the hurricane blow them away? What happened, Terry?
Hey, hello there.
We're here. You're here. Everybody's here. Tex Travis is here trying to learn to take pictures.
I know. I tell
Howdy.
you what, I can't wait to see him in February to show him all my new equipment.
Yeah, he likes checking out equipment.
Hey.
Oh,
I'll tell you
cameras,
what,
too.
I'm gonna have to take 2 planes down there with all my stuff.
I bet you will.
Hey, you want to go to a trip down in Lebanon, Missouri?
I bet he does.
I do. What in
likes-
Lebanon?
He likes to travel the country.
Yeah, you just got to be careful where you put your name on the shoots.
Yeah, he has to worry about where he puts his name on everything.
I've been putting my name on a lot of stuff lately. I can't take it off.
Oh, hey, whatever happened to all those letters from the
The prison.
The
corrections
state
center?
prison. I'm still inviting them back.
He's still corresponding with his women's prison ministry. He's got going the Tex Travis women's prison ministry. He's working on.
If a pen pal, then you gotta keep them informed about life on the outside.
Oh, hey, I tell you what, I sure did learn a lot down there in Lebanon about my new stuff.
Oh, I thought you learned a lot in prison. I was like, what happened?
Well, that too.
So how'd that work out for you out there shooting the CBR?
Well, it was different. Totally different. I really didn't know any of the rodeo folks there. And I had the new equipment, and actually the pictures didn't turn out as well as I wanted. I know how to use it now. But no, I had a good time.
Well, that's Tex grinning.
My seat was good where I was taking pictures, and the bulls were ranked, and the show went on.
There was
The guy
some,
might have been a little cranky, but
oh, that happens from time to time. But it was some good stuff. We saw some good shots.
yeah, they would have been better if I'd have. They will be from now on. Now that I know how to use that. It took me a while.
Sound like Tex.
Yeah,
He'll figure it out eventually.
I'm still learning.
Oh yeah, and I mean, Tex, I'm bringing my stick down too.
Well, I still got mine. Yeah.
I have to. With that new one I got, that new lens I got, I can't hold it up.
Oh, I don't know who has that problem worse.
Well, I am 66.
So what do you got? You gonna shoot something before you come to the American?
Oh yeah, we got St. Louis.
Yeah,
coming
St.
up.
Louis coming up next month, right?
Right.
What is it? The
And,
BFI
we
or
can
the?
maybe debate on Kansas City, maybe.
Yeah.
That's right after that.
Okay.
So we got a couple coming up.
That'll work. Get that camera good and tuned up before you get down here to
Oh,
the spaceship
that
in
light
Texas.
at the American is perfect.
Come down
Can't
to
get any better than that.
get down here to the spaceship and take some more pictures. All I can say is I don't want ice again this year. I'm tired of the ice.
No ice. And I'm flying in the day before, so I'll have some sleep. So I won't be falling asleep while I'm walking around. So
That happens sometimes.
yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm all excited. I'm going to surprise you with a shirt I haven't made up,
All right.
and I'm going to wear. And the guy's been working on it. I don't know, for a month. So hopefully it'll turn out good.
Sound like it's blinged out to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be fancy. It's gonna have lights and sirens on it.
Hey, I got me a new hat too.
All right.
But boots, I'm getting resold.
Yeah, I seen the duct tape holding them together.
They'll be the same old boots, but they're resold.
All right.
So what else is going on with you guys?
Well, you're gonna be dressed like Fallon Taylor then. New t-shirt, new hat.
With my walking stick?
Yeah. All you need is a helmet.
Oh, no, I'm looking forward to it, and looking forward to seeing all you guys again and having a good time and take a bunch of pictures and hoop it up.
Sounds like a plan. Where can the folks find your good photography at? Where can they search it on the interweb
Just
net?
look me up on Terry Good Facebook, and I got another page, Terry Good Photography.
All right.
All you got to do is hit like on that.
Just like it.
And I got it. Just like it. Then I'm just plain on Terry Good on Facebook.
All right, Terry.
So-
What? Well, we'll
And
send.
I still, I still want to get that young lady bull rider Allie picture.
All right.
And that's when I had all my stuff stolen.
Yeah,
and I still would like to get that.
that happens sometimes. Matter of fact, I was at the arena. I went to go announce a rodeo this weekend, and I was at the arena that my camera got stolen last year.
You ever get it back?
Nope.
Oh, well, you went there again. I thought they found it.
Well, no, I didn't. I made sure I kept an eye on everything a little bit better this time. But
Well, they cleaned me out, that was for sure.
that happens. Well, Terry, man, I appreciate it visiting with you and getting ready to go shoot some stuff. We're going to check back in with you here in February when you get up there to
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Well, we got St. Louis, what, February 13th?
Yes.
12th, 13th, and 14th.
That's right.
So, and that's always good. So
We'll check back in with you
break in that
then.
lens again.
Yeah, we'll check in with you then and throw those good pictures up on the pages for everybody to like.
Will do.
All right, Terry, we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, see y'all.
That right there is
See you on the dirt.
We'll see you on the dirt, just not in the dirt. Don't get run over again. That right there is Terry Good, photographer extraordinary. He did get run over at one of the events. He was shooting a bull ride, and the bull run him smooth over.
He got them good photo up
He got
pictures.
some good close-up pictures.
You say that about 20 years ago, I accidentally turned a bull back on top of a photographer. It didn't go very well. He got some good pictures, though.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty up close and personal.
That's good stuff.
I think there were some selfies in there before selfies was a thing.
Yeah. That's what they do. What else they do is they everybody saw the high speed semi truck chase cross country the last week. They ended up in Greenville by the house. And what was funny about that was the guy was from out of town, so he didn't know where he was going. So when he was going on the service road ends up there. And that's why he had to stop, because there's no more road. He runs out. He went over there past 69. Once you go past 69 and you go down by that Mary Puddin Hill, there's no more service road.
Yeah.
That's where that big creek's at. So he had kept going. He wasn't a creek. But so they said he was coming from Arizona.
What would a high speed K on the cover for?
Well, he was coming from Arizona. Okay, and he was hauling produce. All right. Well, I just watched those shows on internet on TV the week before about Arizona and the border crossings and all the stuff going on at the borders where they built the border fence in Arizona where all the populated areas were. They built all the fence up where you couldn't cross, and they run the fence out to the mountains. When they got to the mountains, they stopped the fence, and they just said, "Well, if you can cross them mountains and make it in, then you win."
So more power to you.
So after seeing that and then hearing about the produce, the produce guy come from Arizona, I'm thinking, okay, what was in his truck? What he had in his truck? So right here in Far, Texas, we've got a story from Far and about carrots down at the border. Now these carrots, these aren't the carrots that Bug Bunny was chomping on. These are worth $500,000. So U.S. Border Patrol seized more than a ton of marijuana stuffed into fake carrots, tossed in with real carrots. So on Sunday, they found 2,000, almost 2,500 pounds of suspected marijuana hidden in a commercial shipment of fresh carrots entering from Mexico. So the truck hauled the produce, he crossed over in the Far at the International Bridge at the Texas-Mexico border near the Gulf of Mexico, and the imaging inspection system flagged the vehicle for a secondary investigation, and that's where they found these drugs. Now, they had 3,000 carrot-shaped packages that were packed with marijuana.
Did you see those photos?
Yeah,
Those are some big old carrots.
they were huge.
And Bugs Bunny would have never made it to Albuquerque. I guarantee
No,
you.
and I was like, I saw that, and I was like, if you're going to do that, you got to at least make it halfway legitimate, because the carrots look like these water bottles.
Somebody made a big sell on electrical tape.
Yeah,
I'm so
it was
sure.
just tape. It was just electrical tape about like these water bottles, and they had it mixed in with real carrots. So when I watched that documentary about the borderland stuff, and then I had the story for us to do, and then when that truck from Arizona headed to Maryland and got pulled over, I thought, you know what? There's probably something in the back, and that's why he didn't stop. He might have had something in his produce. So I'm waiting on that. I'm on that to come out. In our our ranching news, everybody goes, you got to talk about ranching at some point or another. Well, we do from time to time. We do. We talk about stuff, but we throw stuff in too. The winter storm Goliath left a wave of death and stray beef cattle in its wake as the blizzards pushed across the Panhandle region of Texas. They estimated that 4,000 feedlot cattle died from the storm, and another 6,000 to 8,000 stocker cows died on the high plains. Now those numbers are probably going to rise once the snow melts. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of dead cattle from the December storms up around Muleshoe, Texas.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. I actually have family up around Hereford, and a few years back when they had a big storm come through there, it was just it's disastering to all them ranchers up there and stuff, and especially all the feedlots. When they just have feedlots just full of a bunch of dead cattle, it's pretty sad.
Especially when that's your livelihood. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had that story. We had that story from a couple of weeks ago where that guy up north had filed with his insurance a bunch of dead cows he didn't have, and he got busted. When the storms come through up there, he say, "Oh yeah, I had 100 cows dead."
Twister.
Yeah, they're dead.
Cow.
Yeah, they figured him out right quick. He was in trouble. Let's get these game warden field notes. We keep saying we're gonna get to these. I've had them for 2 weeks and we hadn't got to them. And I think they're fairly interesting. These game warden field notes that come from the wildlife. Well, I'll tell you what. Before we run out of time, I'll throw one at you, give you a teaser, and then as we always do next week, we'll try to get to them. We're always trying to get to these things, but they're interesting. I mean, we try to get to them 2 or 3 weeks. It took us a month to get through them last time. So I'll throw one at you and see what's going on. It's called Into the Night. As 2 Valverde County game wardens conducted their nightly patrol, they come upon a vehicle that failed to stay in its lane. While the game wardens tried to read the vehicle's license plate, the vehicle took off and almost lost control on the curve. So the wardens turned on their lights to stop the vehicle, and it kept going. So after they followed that vehicle for a short time, the warden saw the vehicle stop, and the driver took off. So they pulled up beside the vehicle and secured the scene, and when backup arrived, they were unable to find the driver. And the wardens impounded the vehicle, and the case is pending further investigation. So we're trying to figure out what was in that vehicle.
Well, I guess he never
What the driver had, they took off with.
Yeah.
He took off with something.
Or the driver.
Yeah. So where'd he go, and what did he have? So with that little teaser there for our game warden field notes, we'll try to jump onto them on the next one a little bit sooner and get them to you so that you can enjoy that. And as we go around the table, we got Daryl McElroy right over here with the Texas Bronc Riders Association. Check them out on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on the internet. They're there. They're going to be at the Fort Worth Stockyards coming up this weekend.
Yep, 22nd, 23rd.
So go watch some good bronc riding out there. Tex Travis, Farmers on the Superstar. He's out there on the internet. Tex Travis, go like his page.
Giving another shout out to a fan up north.
He's got lots of fans up north. Check him out. Tex Travis. Find him on Facebook. For everything else with the show stuff, you got pepperstewart.com. Go to the website, look around, like stuff. And coming up, I'm probably going to be next week. We're going to dive off into the American tickets and have somebody win some.